this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking again, and I am doing the October subscription layouts, the 2 subscription layouts for the October subscription called Make It From Your Heart. And I'm showing these are the stickers, and each one is labeled individually for either Project 1 or Project 2. Same thing for the die cut pieces. So I'm just popping out all the ones to get ready to do the first layout. Super easy to pop out, no worry about ripping something because they just come out so easily. So got almost all of them out, and the last 2 little chevrons, and that's it. The others go for, whoops, almost missed one. The others go for the second layout. And there was some journaling pieces. Oop. So easy to miss those because it's white on white. So let me just sort through. This one goes with the first background pages, and those tangerine color, nectarine color go with the second layout. So I'm going to do the first page, the left-hand page. Contrary to last time, I did the second page first. I don't know what I was thinking. No problem. So I'm going to tuck, I always do a dry run. So you may want to, if you get the subscription, which this is great for, these are the stickers that go with. There's only a few that go with the first page, but the big camera goes right down at the corner along with the click. So the subscription scrapbooking is absolutely perfect, and I've said this before, for women who work. And, you know, I worked for 35 years, so I'm with you. You know, I was gone probably 11 hours a day. So this is like the super easy way of doing scrapbooking, because this layout took me, I did notice it, this is speeded up, but it took me 34 minutes to do both of these layouts, so 4 pages in 34 minutes. And, you know, then it's just a matter of putting your pictures on. So it's definitely the way to go if you're a working woman and you're raising kids and doing groceries and trying to keep your head on straight. So it's definitely a way of keeping up with your pictures and still getting some scrapbook pages in. So I would highly recommend. Then when you retire, like me, then you can go about the more complicated stuff. Or as your kids get older, then it's a little bit easier. Not a whole lot easier, but a little bit easier with a little bit more time to yourself, because they don't want to be around you. So just putting the chevrons in place here. And once you get the first one down, then the rest of them just follow. So that's real simple. And these are going to go flat. And I know I'm popping up the heart. Where I can pop something up, I will. Otherwise, you know, some pieces just have to go flat. So get me a piece of scrap paper so I can, whoops, put it on there without having to worry about getting glue all over everything. So there we go. Get one in, and then the rest just follow. So you want to keep some, I get all of these things from, you know, mail, asking for money. So I have hundreds of these little pads. So I just keep them handy for doing my scrapbook videos and using them for my clubs, or even if I'm doing my own scrapbooking for seasoning my stamps. So I always keep the scratch pads handy, and I'm not, you know, wasting copy paper or whatever. So I'm putting those little dovetails down at the bottom. They just get snugged right up to the edge of the charcoal background. And then we've got some little hearts going in the corners. And these are real pretty color combinations. I like that. So this one is going to go just right in between the 2 charcoal backgrounds. I'm just pretty much eyeballing everything. I mean, I use my ruler a little bit, but, you know, some of this stuff is pretty easy to do. And, you know, if you've done this long enough, you really develop an eye for getting things pretty much on target. So these are for 3x4s, and then 2 3x3s go on the backgrounds of the charcoal backgrounds. So there's my 3x3s. This one's going pretty fast, faster than usual. I'm all for that. So now this heart is going to go right in the center, and it is going to get popped up. So anytime you get a chance to pop something up, I would suggest you do so just to give yourself a little bit of dimension to your pages, and it adds just a little bit of interest to have some dimension. So not absolutely necessary, just, you know, if you've got some foam double stick dots to use, then I'm using the inside of the what did I just do? I did a shaker window. And so those are the inside pieces to the shaker window. So of course with journaling you want to put that flat because otherwise it's going to be impossible to write on. Excuse me. So I'm just kind of putting the rest of the pieces. Now I'm going to put a foam pop-up on this so that the picture can go under it and the little thought bubble doesn't get in the way. Excuse me. And then the little dovetail is going to go on top, 2 of them. Tucked under the picture placeholder. So we're going to put a little heart up there, a little heart down here. And just by the way, that's the last of the pieces for layout 1. You can always add a ton of embellishments to this. So just do your own thing. If you've got, you know, things with sparkle and you like sparkle, then put some glitter gems on there, you know, whatever you want to add a little pizzazz to your layouts. Not absolutely necessary, but if you want to, you're certainly free. Remember, these are for you and people who look at them after you. So no judging here. Okay, this is layout number 2. And there we go. That's how that goes. Now I do use my T-square on this. And we've got lots of pieces going on here. So this one takes a little bit longer. So this nectarine background, aren't those pretty? They really stand out, don't they? And these Sundance pieces, beware, they go underneath things. So, excuse me, leave it to me to kind of miss that until after the fact. So those little pieces go on either side as if they're going underneath. Excuse me, but they don't. So there are 4 journaling strips that are going to go on page 2, and then that also goes on page 2. And just making sure I didn't leave anything on there. I have been known to go in the trash, trying to find a piece that I missed. So this is where I pull over my T-square to help measure, because those 3x4s are going to go 3/4 of an inch over from the right-hand side and 3/4 of an inch down. So that's what I use my T-square for, is, you know, it's got a great grid on it for finding exactly where 3/4 of an inch is in both directions. So perfect, right? And then 1/4 of an inch in between. And see, I forgot to put one of those strips that was supposed to go underneath the middle one. Yep, that goes on page 2, Dorothy. There it is. So that was supposed to go under there. This is why I say it's always good to do a dry run of laying your pieces out before you actually start sticking them down, because then you can catch these kind of mistakes before you make them. Isn't that a good idea? Okay, I'm just trying to make this equidistant now, and I'm using one of the lines on the grid paper to help me out with that. So this is going to go I have a hard time picking up those pieces of paper. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so it's going an inch up from the bottom. And then this little tag piece runs alongside, and it's a little bit up from the bottom. So it shows a little bit of space between the top and the bottom. See, there we go. And those are going to go kind of tucked underneath, just like that. And then I want to make, see, dry run. This is why you do a dry run. And I'm just making sure it's kind of even with the one on the right-hand side. So there we go. Now up in the corner here, I'm going to pop that up. But up in the corner gets a bunch of these leaves. That looks like a feather to me, but and that is going to, I kind of did some of the wrong ones there. I actually think that first one down probably should have been one of the darker leaves, but it doesn't really make any difference. You know, you can put them where you want to. It's couldn't really tell until I went over to the second page. So I'm just trying to figure out how to put these, and every so often I put my Hello Autumn up there so I get kind of a feel of where everything is supposed to go. I do like that little green leaf. And then I'm going to pop this up. So I need a little bit more. I guess those enough. They're really sticky, so they're a very strong adhesive on the backs of this foam. So it's not very much. I'm kind of stingy with my foam. Some people really like to cover everything from stem to stern. Not so much with me. So there's another little cluster that goes down in the corner there. And I'm just going to go ahead and put my picture placeholders in so you get a better feel for what it looks like with the pictures there. So it's a nice little, maybe 1/8 of an inch edge around the pictures. It's a pretty strong orange, but see, when it's just down to 1/8 of an inch, it really just enhances the picture. So I'm going to go ahead and put these little leaves down. And then he'll probably get popped up. I like that little leaf. So he's getting stuck under there. No, I didn't pop it up. So there we go, nice little corner. Corner enhancement. So the next thing we're going to do is put these, a 4x6 and a 3x4 over on the second page here. And this one is 2 inches over from the left-hand side. And I'm actually going to put my strip down first, the way I'm supposed to. So this is going to be 2 inches over and 4 inches up from the bottom. So right there. And then I put the four by 6 is going to go right. I'm using the grid on the paper once again. You know, when you have a grid to go by, then I mean it just makes things a little bit easier, right? So we're going to go, and this is like 1.5 inches over from the right hand side, and then I'll put my my background for that one. 1.5 maybe. And see how that Sundance color kind of carries, I don't know if it's Sundance or honey butter, it carries through both pictures, so it kind of connects them to each other. So, and then I'm going to make another little bouquet of leaves up here. That's where it seemed like I used some of the things I shouldn't have on the other one. But like I said, it doesn't really make a difference. Not really sure how I couldn't tell. Now this I'm going to pop up so the picture can go under it. Now if you really want to, you could put, take the stickum away by using the anti-static pouch, which just kind of puts a coating of like fine powder on the sticky part so it loses its stick. That way you can put the picture underneath the flower. And then I'm tucking these leaves up under the background here. Isn't that leaf cute? Not really sure where it goes. Like I said, I didn't apparently do the best job of figuring out what goes where. But nobody's going to see it and they won't be able to tell any difference, so it doesn't really matter. And this is says it's the little things. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it up. Any chance you get to pop something up, pop it up. So there we go. And then we've got this nice corner here for all the journaling strips. And I'm just going to line them up. And this is a good place, in my opinion, to put, if you want to pull some gems out. You can put them on the left-hand side of the journaling strip to kind of, you know, sort of like making bulleted points. So you can use the glitter gems as like bulleted points. And there we go. Oh, that's really pretty. I love the, I think it's nectarine. I think that's what the orange color is. I think it's nectarine. It's so pretty. And, you know, I kind of want to use one of my shimmer brushes. So I've got a peach one here, which would probably be close. And then I've got one that's Sundance here. And I do think that Sundance is a color that was used. So I'm just going to make a little dot here. Those are my little bullet points. So, and it's a shimmer brush. So there's little glitter in them. And so it kind of makes the journaling stick out, and I like it. I would put splatter around in the corners, just saying. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and thanks for watching. I appreciate you.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith. Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.